the company that put the surface that we now have came from Stevens. Can't you call down there?
I tried to get that number and I couldn't find the source.
I need to give that. I've got it at home.
I'm not opposed at all to having it professionally done. Although I know that when the college was resurfaced recently, after I know she wasn't pleased with the application of it. So I don't know. I have a feeling that volunteers could do a good job because we have an investment in our community and making sure we do a quality job.
As good as the supervision and
exactly.
As good as the
if we have, but I'm not opposed to having professionals do it. Just means we need to generate more funds.
All right, this way here we get
that's a little ways down the road. Then
the volunteer work would be go towards the in-kind service, so that would be towards the, and I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay. I know there is in-kind available, but we'll touch bases with Scott. He had mentioned in-kind during the previous meeting.
I talked to another person that knows quite a bit about these grants, and they said that you don't even need any. You could have the whole in-kind, the 20% all in-kind. You do not need any physical money on these grants.
I guess we can massage that down.
As long as you have letters stating that this is what's going to take place.
If we could go over that a little bit, so we got a little buffer too there, just
in
case. Depending on who's reviewing this thing here,
So you're talking this in one new court and then fixing the other two and adding lights to one.
You know, the challenge of how to deal with those cracks, it's my opinion, and I'd like to get bounced. Do you want to kick this around some more, or is this something we ought to discuss later on?
That's later. This is just to do the grants. We're just keeping this simple.
Is this part of the grant now?
This is one of the ones that we're considering applying for.
It might go in?
Yes.
It's your
it's up to us.
It could go in.
Yes.
We voted to go in.
This is timely then.
Yeah.
We have to get it done today.
It's my feeling anyway that the quality of the surface was they did a nice job. This outfit from Stevens Point, and I don't have an explanation. I'm not involved in the business at all, the game at all, of why those doggone cracks appeared. They seem to appear rather quickly, or with some well-defined lines. And Maury Bennett, who was an ardent supporter of tennis in the area before he passed, and he's passed away now, always wondered if, when the original surface of the court, which was concrete, when we moved here 38 years ago, it was concrete court, layers of blacktop were put onto specifications and rolled and something like that. There were city inspectors down part of the time, and the issue of how to crack, and I've said this before, how to tape over, similar to putting a drywall and the two ends meet, how to tape over the cracks that were in the concrete so they don't come through the asphalt and then come through the final layer, was always a problem and a challenge. And Bennett always wondered if, when the layers of asphalt were laid by a local, if they did not adequately tape the joints. And we may need to have some professional looking at it, because whatever we do, we may still have that come through again.
Boy, is there concrete underneath there?
There's concrete underneath.
You're never going to fix it unless you take the concrete out. Because no matter what you do, that concrete shifts with the weather, and that's what's doing it.
You may be touching on the cause of that, Sam, very well. And I don't know if these people from Stevens Point, if the same manager, because I've talked to him several times on the phone on maintenance stuff and whatever else, because I got kind of involved in it when the courts were being put down. So I lived next door to it and was playing tennis in it. So there may be some things we can find out to make a best deal of a bad situation.
Right.
And I don't know. Eric, you
don't worry about that stuff later.
Right now we just have to do the grant. If we're applying for this grant,
well, I guess it has to do with the amount of money that we're talking about.
Because in my personal rationale is, if in the worst case the base is in bad shape and you'd have to dig up those two courts and then ideally put a third one in, you're looking at over $75,000, in which case building 3 or 4 brand new courts, ideally, it would be better to have a system near to the high school.
Right.
To the school, because you want incorporate it with the physical education programs, incorporate it so that it's accessible for the kids to participate in. But we all know that, the finances of the schools they can't support building that. They're abandoning their 2 courts. They abandoned them a long time ago, and the new building is going to be built on the tennis courts. Realistically, if we were going to build 3 really great new courts, I personally would rather see that investment done closer to the school.
But we don't have a location yet, do we?
No.
Unless the athletic
But
field
we
over
also
there.
don't have the
We don't have the
funds
funds, that's the
Yeah,
biggest
that's-
thing. So that's like
So
out of
the
the
moot point
question
at
at
the
this
moment.
time, because
And this
there's
is
no
like
funds.
a compromise, where
Right.
we're doing some work on the current courts and giving them a little more life. Because I think that they were redone about 18 years ago. And the
Actually,
gentleman...
that's not a bad lifespan.
No,
when you
that
think
had
about it.
lasted pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a bad lifespan when you think
And,
about it, yeah.
and the cracks have just in the last couple of years have gotten more worse. I know you've done a lot of work in the past.
I used to do a lot of work on the
Right.
thing, and
Right.
I think the best thing at all was we stay off the darn things in the wintertime, so frost doesn't get a chance to penetrate it.
And we do.
I think.
Nobody
We
goes
do.
on there, I don't think.
No, I don't think anyone goes on there for skateboard
But I guess-
or what have you.
Okay, my question is, for this one here, are you confident we can get the 8720 match?
If the volunteer labor...
I
Is
think the
counted- is counted as
I think
in-kind.
I think it does.
Well,
Yeah.
in the minutes, Scott mentioned in-kind is one of the parts.
Yes.
So
So,
I would think so.
all right, I guess we can go on that assumption until we,
I mean, I feel strongly that we have like 6,200 already.
And there shouldn't be a problem to
And there's
get
a
that.
couple more thousand, and like
Yeah.
I said, I haven't approached any civic organizations yet.
okay.
or-
So I guess we just need a motion to go ahead with the 1 new 3rd court, rehabilitate the existing 2 and add lighting to 1 court.
I'll make a motion that we accept that 3rd court.
I'll say.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor signify by aye. Okay. Pat?